In traditional Chinese medicine, you've got literally thousands of herbs, and they all have a job to do. But today, we're not talking about just any herbs. We're looking at a special operations team, a real elite trio they call the Three Yellows, or Huang. All right, let's get right into it.
So I want you to imagine your body is this incredibly complex, high-tech building. And, most days everything's running just fine. But what happens when a fire breaks out? And I don't mean a small one, I mean a raging internal inferno. You'd need a pretty specialized crew to handle that, right? Well, that is exactly where our three herbs come in.
Now, the emergency we're dealing with here is what TCM calls fire toxin. And no, this isn't literal fire, of course. It's a way of describing this intense, damaging heat that can cause some serious problems. We're talking high fevers, nasty inflammation, maybe even infections. This is the kind of heat that doesn't just make you feel a little warm, it's the kind that can actually start damaging the whole structure.
Okay, so where is this fire? Well, TCM has this brilliant map of the torso called the triple burner. The absolute easiest way to get this is to just stick with our building analogy. You've got the upper burner, that's the top floor, think heart and lungs. Then there's the middle burner, the main floor, that's your whole digestive system. And finally the lower burner, which is like the ground floor and the basement, your intestines, bladder, you get the idea.
A fire that's burning across 3 different floors, that's not a job for one firefighter. It needs a perfectly coordinated response. So it's time to meet the elite team that gets called in for exactly this kind of crisis, the Three Yellows.
So here's the team: Huang, Huang Lian, and Huang Bai. They're called the Three Yellows, pretty simply because their roots have this yellowish color. But what really makes them a team, what unites them, is their core nature. In TCM, they are all described as bitter and cold. And that just makes perfect sense, right? If the problem is fire, the solution has got to be something powerfully, intensely cooling.
And let's be clear, these herbs don't just, gently clear heat like you'd turn down a thermostat. Oh no, their whole strategy is way more aggressive. It's called draining fire. This is an active, really forceful move designed to completely extinguish the blaze and literally flush the toxic heat out of the body, usually by sending it down and out. It is the difference between fanning some smoke away and calling in the fire trucks with the high-pressure hoses.
Every elite team has its specialists, right? So first up is the expert for the top floor, the one you call when the fire is raging in the upper part of the body.
This is Huang. Think of this one as the firefighter who rappels in from the helicopter, the specialist at containing fires in the top floors of a skyscraper. Its whole mission is to get that blaze under control before it has any chance to spread downward.
Huang Qing's zone of operation is super specific, the upper burner. So we're talking about heat in the chest, the lungs, and even the diaphragm. It goes right to where that fire is affecting your respiratory system and just puts it out.
And really, that says it all. By hitting the fire on the top floor, Huang does something absolutely crucial. It contains the threat before it can become a catastrophe that takes down the whole building.
All right, next up on the team is the real heavy hitter, the most powerful of the three. This isn't just another specialist, folks. This is the incident commander. Meet Huang Lian. If Huang is our high-rise expert, Huang Lian is the fire chief. It directs the entire operation and goes straight for the heart of the blaze. Its bitterness and its coldness are considered the most intense of the entire team. Huang Lian's main target is the middle burner, so the stomach and spleen. But here's the critical part. It also goes after fire that's affecting the heart. In TCM, the heart is like the emperor of all the organs, so a fire there is the single most dangerous threat. Huang Lian goes right for the command center.
And this, right here, is why Huang Lian is the chief. According to the principles of TCM, if you can control the fire in the heart, it creates this incredible cascading effect, helping to calm down fires all over the rest of the body. You quench the fire in the emperor's palace, and you restore order to the entire kingdom. It's that important.
Okay, so we've secured the top floor. We've taken control of central command. But what about those smoldering embers down in the basement? Well, that job calls for our final specialist.
And here it is, Huang Bai. This is our expert in foundation integrity. Its job is to go down, deep down, and drain away all the heat that's pooled in the lower parts of the building, making absolutely sure that fire is completely out.
Huang Bai's primary action is all about the lower burner. It zeroes in on heat that shows up as problems in the intestines, the bladder, or the kidneys. It's all about clearing out that heat that's seeped down to the bottom floor.
And that downward action is its absolute specialty. So while Huang is working up high, and Huang Lian is handling the center, Huang Bai comes in and completes the strategy by going low. It makes sure no hidden fires are left to reignite at the very foundation of the structure.
Now, these three specialists, they almost never work alone. Their real incredible power is unleashed when they're deployed together as one single coordinated team.
Okay, let's look at a classic real-world battle plan, a formula called Coptis decoction to resolve toxicity. I mean, just look at this beautiful hierarchy. Huang Lian is the chief, the commander, taking on the central fire. Huang Qin is the deputy, securing the upper levels, and Huang Bai is the assistant, clearing out the foundation. It's just a perfect top-to-bottom tactical assault on the fire.
And this really shows you a core principle of Chinese herbalism in action: synergy. It's not just about one herb. By combining these three, a practitioner can tackle a massive, body-wide fire with incredible precision, hitting the upper, middle, and lower burners all at the same time. It's a totally comprehensive strategy.
But, and this is a huge but, a serious word of caution is needed here. This is an elite team for emergencies, not for daily patrol. These herbs are incredibly potent, very cold, and very drying. If you use them the wrong way, they can actually deplete the body's essential fluids and mess up its normal energy. They are a powerful tool for a very specific job, and they should only be used by trained professionals for short periods.
So there you have it, a 3-herb fire department for the body, where each member has a precise strategic role to play. It's just a fascinating look into the systematic and, metaphorical logic of traditional Chinese medicine. And it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other elegant, ancient systems for understanding the body are still out there, just waiting for us to explore?